How's it going, trainers? Coming at you with some Darkrai Magnezone today. This deck list has been absolutely dominating our first weekend of Pokemon Pocket tournaments. In an almost 500 match sample size, it posted a nearly 65% win rate during the Hogalandia Spraggles Open that happened yesterday. This is a powerful control stalling deck where you hide behind your Druddigon and put up chip shots of damage with Darkrai's Pokemon ability while also building up your Magnezone to eventually start blasting for 110 points of damage per turn on a card that only gives up one knockout point when it eventually goes down. Something noteworthy is that this deck wants to play only dark energy in its energy zone, which you can adjust in the deck editor. All of your lightning energy on the Magnezone comes from Magneton, which can always generate at least 2 lightning energy, one the turn you evolve into it, and then another the turn before you evolve into the Magnezone and start blasting. This deck likely is going to be a mainstay in the format, so even if you don't expect to play it yourself, you should check out these games so you can have a better idea on how to play against it. If you enjoy the commentary, smash that button. For the rest of the day, have fun. Ooh, an Uxie Enjoyer. That's actually kind of scary when they started out. You can only use attack if you have Uxie and Azulf on your bench. So every time Darkrai gets energy attached to it, it cracks their active for 20. That is the same one. So they still need an Azulf. They've got time to charge it up. This charges their ones in the back. Any tips on how to utilize Pokemon communication? Yeah, don't use it super proactively. Unless there's something you actively are looking for to help you that turn, just sit on it until you have a little bit more information about the cards in your hand. It's also possible I messed up by playing this one out. I should have held it for the communication. I think I'm putting Druddigon back. Digging for a Magnemite here. We could just get another stage 1 or stage 2 and then we'd be pretty sad. Got there, cool. In tune with the communication, gamers. So they're trying to set up so they can blast with this, obviously, but I think even if they top deck the Azulf that they need to attack with the Mespit and clear the Darkrai at this point, we're still fine because this is gonna Volt Charge next turn up to a second, and then we attach a third, and then Magnezone is ready to start blasting for the following 2 turns. I think we're done here. All right, they found the Azulf, so they get to assemble their thing and Supreme Blast us for 160. But this is only 2 points for them. We get to put a cape on our Magnezone and kind of take him to town here. says. exactly how we want this to work. Gets two blasts over the next 2 turns. Should clean out anything they do. Do we need to evolve immediately? Why wouldn't we evolve immediately? Yeah, we have 2 electric energy, because you get one the turn you evolve into the stage 1, and then you get the one the next turn before you hit the Magnezone, which is why this is solid. I'm kind of looking for 2 basic Pokemon. I want a Magnemite and a Darkrai. And whenever you're looking for 2 basics, you want to research before you Pokeball, so there's more basics in your deck. Makes you more likely to get 2. Love it. I love it when a plan comes together. The 2-star Darkrai is sweet. It looks so good when you move them around. The parallax effects. Bye, Scarf. Thank you for the Scaff. Thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back. And now I'm looking to draw my stage 1, so I'm going to Pokeball before I research, because thinning the basic out in advance makes it more likely that I find the stage 1 I'm looking for. Actual perfection. We're gonna get to go ahead and play the Drudagon out here, so that way they can't get us with a Sabrina. This deck really shows the just insane depth deck building has in this game already, and it's just gonna keep getting more as we get more and more cards. So we hit this for 20 with the Darkrai, and then we're just like, if they attack us, we clear them for 80 on the way back, yeah? So we effectively spent no energy and cleared the Magmar? Like, that's actually incredible. And then, even if they don't clear the Drudagon this turn, honey. Honey. Yeah, they just so like they're leaving because I attach an energy to the Darkrai, clear the Magmar, the Magmar. I leaf back to the Magnezone, charge it with the stage 1, and then put the Magnezone out and blast for 110. We started a little bit early today because we're on the Twitch front page, but normally I go live right about this time between 9 and 9:30 Central, and I work a typical work day till about 3 or 4 p.m. in the afternoons. We're always playing lots of different decks, and new set release is the perfect time to be doing that. Tons of things to explore. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I've been streaming for an eternity, it feels like. My Twitch channel's like 12 years or 13 years old at this point. I've been a partner streamer for almost a decade, and I've been doing this as a full-time job for about 7 years now. Always had a big focus around card and strategy games before Pokemon Pocket. I played a lot of Marvel Snap, Magic the Gathering, and a bunch of other things. And in a former life, I have a graduate degree and undergraduate degree in mathematics. I spent time teaching at both the high school and college level. So you'll find my content tends to be very analytically focused. We're always trying to improve what we've got going on and level up our game here. I think I'm going to play second Drudagon out, and then we're going to reserve this last bench slot for our Magnemite into Magnezone. The second Drudagon plays here because it insulates us against an opposing copy of Sabrina trying to drag up one of our EXs. There's an X speed. They're gonna get Wheezing going here. It feels like finding our Magnemite soon is going to be important because cracking for 110 in one go is likely valuable here. So opponent's deck often plays a card called Koga, which returns their Wheezing and Coughing back to their hand, kind of pulling all the damage off them. There's a Magnemite, okay. Is it worthwhile to put a cape on the Druddigon? If I put a cape on the Druddigon, it's going to, right now it's going to 50 when I pass, and then they deal 30 to me, putting me down to 20, and then 10 more from poison. So this would play around a copy of, oh, this plays around Darkrai getting an energy, yeah? Actually, if they kill this, my Darkrai kills their Wheezing. I think that's just fine. I guess it's fine. I think if they want to kill the Druddigon and give me the Wheezing, that's good. Clearing the Wheezing when they can't Koga it is good value for us, I think. And they just straight up didn't attack because they know my Darkrai would clobber this. So now we'll Volt Charge. And now I think I cape this time because then they have to attack to get through. Because as is, if I just pass back, their Darkrai passive is going to clear my thing. So now I do this, and they're gonna have to, this isn't gonna die to their passive trigger. Is the value here. And then this will die to poison next turn, but it dying to poison when they pass is fine because then I'm gonna get to attack first. So the goal here isn't to save this until my next turn. The goal is to make it so they don't kill it with this and then get to attack something else. So the cape saves my backline characters from taking a hit this turn. And now we have the Magnezone developed here with the Magneton, so them Kogaing no longer matters because we're going to be Thunder Blasting for 110 per turn. So we're charging. Putting an energy here, I think. I want to put an energy on second Druddigon. If I put an energy on second Druddigon, next turn I can charge this and then Magnezone them. Yeah, maybe that's the line. Yeah, I don't hate that. So we do this and then I don't need to. Yeah. This is good. Yeah, this is fine. And then we don't evolve this yet, because if I don't evolve it, I get to Volt Charge it again next turn. Really interesting back and forth this game. Get second Magnezone working up here in the back. We go energy here so we can retreat. We get to go ahead and Volt Charge this. And then we get in the zone. Magnezone. We do this, and we just start blasting, yeah? Like, all right, good luck, Godspeed. We get to evolve this and start charging it next turn. We attach an energy and we crack them again. I guess it's just here. So this forces them to retreat the Arbok, because if they attack with the Arbok here, the Darkrai Nightmare Aura finishes. God, that's so silly. Yeah, they need a leaf or a potion or a cape. So they have a few cards here. A lot of the times these decks play 2 copies of leaf, but they're also playing Sabrina and X speed, so they might not have room for it. Yeah, so this is actually just lethal because we have Sabrina, right? Because they didn't have Wheezing. So Darkrai clears Arbok with its ability, and then Sabrina drags Coughing up and is our 3rd point. This deck is a top cook, chat. This deck is a top cook. And one of those instances where Sabrina is better than Cyrus. We probably still win the game eventually if this is Cyrus, but we win it on the spot here because it's Sabrina. Yeah. Dialga is the better of the 2 new packs, in my opinion. If you're a brand new Pokemon Pocket player, though, I think Charizard is still the best one to start with altogether. Someone with a developed collection starting on the new set, I think Dialga is the better for sure. Well, I mean... Did you get the deck from a tournament winner? I really kind of despise the implication of your question that I would just go on the internet and download a deck and play it on my stream. You wouldn't download a card, don't download a deck. Net decking is stealing. I make sure I have full and complete rights and own the NFT for every single deck that I play live here on stream. And if you see someone else playing my decks on a different stream, you better let me know so my lawyers can take appropriate action. Jeff, the sarcasm doesn't land with new viewers. I mean, it's kind of a test in a way. If they think we're being serious, they're not a good culture fit for the channel. Okay, so this curve is actually kind of nutty at this point, right? So I go energy, crack you for 20, and then I volt charge, and then next turn I volt charge Magnezone, clear with weakness. Oh, maybe this is a small mistake. Was I supposed to put the dark energy here this turn? Because this gives them a window to potion or maybe cape, right? I think I was supposed to wait a turn here. Although I guess if they curve into Charizard, we could be in trouble. We need them to not have another basic. If they don't have another basic, we actually just murder the Charmeleon next turn, yeah? No extra basic. No extra basic. Dance. You can dance if you wanna. You can lose the game. We're gonna Magnezone the Charmeleon. Do 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 do. Rip Charizard. Candor, thanks for that brand new Prime sub. I appreciate it. Potion baited again. Just pointing out the Sabrina has been significantly better than Cyrus so far for this deck. This is another one of those spots where if this Sabrina was a Cyrus, we would not be winning the game here. Energy, get in the zone, Magnezone. So anyways, we started blasting. From a game theory perspective, Sabrina feels stronger a lot of the time in decks that have big attacks that are cleaning people in one. Whereas Cyrus seems to be better in decks that are doing lots of chip shots. I'm gonna leaf this out. Put a cape on the Darkrai so that way they can't pull it up with Cyrus and knock it out. There is not currently a copy of Dawn in this deck, but it might be something worth considering, yeah. It's worth noting we wouldn't have been able to Dawn in this particular instance because I had to leaf to retreat. But in general, I could see Dawn being a card worth testing in here. Magnezone couldn't attack against her, no more energy on it. The Moltres was going to die to Darkrai's trigger, though. And we had Cyrus if they retreated it to the bench. How do the new status conditions work? Burn does 20 damage every time the turn is passed, and then the person gets to flip a coin, and if heads, it heals the burn. So burn is guaranteed 20 more, and then it's a coin flip to deal another 20 each turn pass. Confusion is flip a coin to attack. So it's kind of like sleep, but you can still retreat if confused. I'm gonna Communication the Drudigon this turn, because if we hit Darkrai, we'll start putting energy on that. And if we hit the stage 1, that's good. The only real bad hit is the other Magnezone. Alright. Dodge a Sabrina, we can dodge a ball. Do I ever tempo Sabrina them here? They don't have any energy yet, right? So that's fine. I think we just chill. Tempo Sabrina might be on the table next turn. Although, if they're a Vaporeon deck, yeah, Tempo Sabrina isn't really a thing. I feel like them Sabrina-ing me this turn is great for me. Because it means they're not doing it next turn when they're getting the knockout, question mark. I'm just gonna hope. If I Sabrina them and they put the Vaporeon up and I cape. So I think that's the line. Do the foam panels behind you help reduce the decibels of your voice throughout your house? So the panels on my wall are what we refer to as sound deadening, not noise canceling. So sound deadening reduces reverb in the room that I'm sitting in, which helps the clarity of the microphone audio. It does not meaningfully reduce the audio that escapes into the rest of my home. Fun bit of Hoagland trivia, if you will. Something I don't talk a ton about on stream is that during undergrad, one of the other ways I paid for myself to live past playing poker was I did live audio production for various bar bands and outdoor festivals and a small theater. So that's their first knockout point. We're about to put them in the zone, and then I think the game is over. We get 2 knockout points from this with the Drudigon. You're home alone most days. No, my wife largely works from home. Magnezone clears all the waters in one. It doesn't clear a full health Articuno, but thankfully Drudigon had something to say about that. Are we done here? I think we're done here. Seems fine, right? We have not tried out Mamoswine yet, but I got copies of Mamoswine today, so we will definitely be doing that at some point. Maybe a silly question, but how do you position your feet with the exercise chair when not exercising? I have a regular office chair too, Lucy. You'll see me move it in and out when I get off the bike. And sometimes I'll sit like half idle on the bike, but if I'm not intending to pedal, I use my regular chair. This card's really good. I think this might be the next thing we do. I want to play Skarmory Bastion some. Really like to draw our copy of Leaf. So we can swap this Darkrai to Drudigon. How do you feel about Tempo Sabrina? I feel like I could be into Tempo Sabrina. Dialga Gamer. Do we have an X speed, or are they not dealing damage to me this turn? Would Tempo Sabrina have been better first? I was expecting them to switch back to the Skarmory. There's a reason why I damaged and then Sabrina'd, so. Ooh, that's nice. So we could start blasting next turn, technically. Been playing the Togekiss of Death deck from yesterday, and I've really enjoyed it, and I'll continue playing until I get the cease and desist letter. Godspeed. Yeah, that was, I posted that as a highlight this morning. I think that build's really slick. Cute. I think this is just crack the Dialga twice over 2 turns, right? Oh, I guess if I crack the Dialga twice over 2 turns, it's gonna use all my lightning energy though. But that should be fine. I can finish with the Darkrai, yeah? And getting my Magnezone out of my hand and my Leaf out of my hand is good if they're gonna be trying to do this. Playing my cards out has a lot of value. Okay. They just have no heavy hitters in their back line, right? So I get to do this and clear this. And then next turn... Oh, I guess they're gonna get to cat the Cyrus away. I say we win with the Cyrus, but they actually get to cat the Cyrus away. It's funny. They're still in trouble though, because the full health Darkrai is coming up and it's gonna clean them out. Crack you for 20, crack you for 80. This Darkrai, Power Creep, Greninja. Nope, they're very different cards. We're gonna play a Greninja deck in the tournament this afternoon, in fact, that I'm playing. They're pretty dead here. They can maneuver around a little bit, but yeah, they are definitely mostly dead. They're only mostly dead. The tires are spinning, but I don't think they have lines to win the game from here. We're gonna play Greninja Garchomp in the tournament this afternoon. I think the primary form of power creep that happened in this set was blue has mostly been muscled out by Cape. But yeah, most things they added in this latest expansion are just like different versions of things, not strictly better versions of things. There's things that are like situationally better or often better, but not always better. I won the first game I played with this deck on turn 29, working as intended. Were you on the Magic Pro Tour? No. So, a lot of the people who grind and play on the Magic Pro Tour come from wealthy or well-off backgrounds. There's a lot of lawyers and hedge fund managers and stuff like that. Because in order to play on the Magic Pro Tour consistently, you have to have the means to fly around the country. And sometimes even the world to hit like Grand Prix and stuff. Or at least that's, I'm not sure how the system works today, but that's how it worked a decade ago when I was playing Magic competitively. I grew up in a lower middle class family. We did not have the money or means to do stuff like that. Yeah, when I traveled to play Magic competitively, there was an independent circuit called the Star City Games Tour, and all of their events took place in the Midwest and the East Coast, and I live in Central Illinois, so they were driving distance. So we were regularly packing 4 or 5, sometimes 6 people into a car or hotel room to split costs and keep them low. And driving 3, 4, 5, 10 hours every weekend to play in a tournament. You pack into a hotel room with 2 double beds. The 2 people that sleep on the floor pay a little bit less to be there. A lot of fond memories of times past. Missing some of their tools here. They're gonna keep charging this up. I think this Darkrai is just gonna have to take one for the team here. Unless we top deck our copy of Leaf next turn. I suppose I could have led my energies on this, but leading energies here with the intention to retreat it out would have been very bad if they had one of their Pokemon tools. Yeah, you don't need lightning energy in this deck because you use Magneton to Volt Charge up, and then attacking with this 2 to 3 times is generally enough to win the game. Copy of Leaf is lovely. Would you say Cyrus completely outclasses Sabrina right now? Yes, I think Sabrina is a completely unplayable Pokemon Pocket card, and Cyrus being printed renders it completely invalid, and I would absolutely never play Sabrina in any of my Pokemon Pocket decks moving forward ever again. You already get in the zone, Pakarisu. Small sequencing thing here I want to point out, but you should note that I put the Dark Energy on Magnezone last turn while dripping in Sarcasm. And this was intentional because I knew I was going to have to put an energy on this at some point in the next 2 turns. And by putting on it last turn, it allows me to put an energy on Darkrai this turn to hit them for 20 and then hit them for 110 still. So if I hadn't put the Dark Energy on this last turn, I wouldn't have been able to have lethal this turn. I guess Sabrina meant we had it either way, but I wouldn't have been able to kill this, I guess. But so one of those things to think about. Put your energies on your Magnezone in advance on the turns where you don't need the Darkrai chip damage, because you might need the Darkrai chip damage in the future.